how they take care of you when you're sick. You love how they're always there to extend themselves in all capacities that they can assist you with. That sounds more like love. It's not when you have to dictate. You jump when I say how high. No, when I say jump, you say how high. It's not when anything you say goes. It's not when you are the taker and the other party is the giver. Always. Using someone is not loving someone. Betraying someone is not loving someone. Taking advantage of someone is not loving someone. See, the reason I had to go there. The reason I had to go there. Wow, the next card is school. See, the reason I had to go there is because some of y'all don't have home training. Yes, I did go there. Some of y'all don't have no home training. So you don't know the basics of things. You understand? And you find yourself encountering those that live in accordance to common sense. And you get your wake-up calls. Wow. The card that said school also says the answer that you're seeking involves going to school. Yeah, it involves going to school. It involves taking notes. It involves passing tests. It involves getting left back when necessary. That part. I said that part. And what I notice that also captures my attention is the fact that there is an angel in the background. And that's telling me that you are being offered guidance, even if you were raised in a dysfunctional household. God loves you so much that he gave you a second chance. And he allowed someone that walked in truth to assist you with school. How many of y'all heard you can't give pearls to pigs? They don't know what to do with it. How many of you have heard that? You can't give pearls to pigs because they don't know what to do with it. Next card is trust. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I trust God. I always have and always will. I don't need convincing. If he says it, I believe it. And so when I began to get visions of infidelity over and over, and then I began to get dreams over and over, y'all not ready. I said y'all not ready for what's next. You might want to have a seat. I said you might want to have a seat. When I was convinced that there was no running away from the truth, confirmation. And whether or not he was denying it, infidelity was occurring. And what I love about God, he gives clarifications to those who ask. I said he gives clarifications to those who ask. So when I ask God, who is this person? Who is this person that this Judas is having an affair with? Because I went to Judas first. You understand? I gave him the opportunity. Do you understand? And I asked him, were you being unfaithful? He responded by mocking me. When do I have time for that? You must not have anything to do. You must not have anything to talk about. You must. Just dismissed the area of concern. But I knew God spelled love, L-O-V-E, not H-A-T-E. So I continued knocking on God's door, and I said, I need details. I need to know who is the other party. People, it came in two parts. It came in two parts. I said it came in two parts. It was first revealed to me that it was someone in my circle. Okay. That was the first response I had. So when that information was given to me, I was like, okay. So I'm racking my mind like, who could this be? Like, I know it's not her. Because she know me too well. But it can't be her. Because it just can't. I just continue to go on and on with different scenarios. Like, they don't know each other. They're just acquaintances. They have nothing in common. You know what women do when you're trying to figure something out. So, here I was trying to figure something out. Being led to share the next card with you as I go along. So this card says life lessons. You can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know, the lesson and blessing they contain. Please believe it was a lesson and a blessing. Everything that occurred was a lesson and a blessing. And as I continue to share, you will understand. So as I said, I continued because in my security, I'm not the one that's going to be looking through your phone. No, I don't have time for that. If I have to do that, then we don't need to be together. I understand people see things different ways, and that's okay. It's okay for you to be where you are doing what you do for you. But as for me, I have too much on my plate to be babysitting a grown, quote unquote, Judas. Right? So, after I was told this person was in your circle, as I continued to pray, I continued to ask for answers. I continued to ask for direction. What do I do? How do I find out? I need to know. Mind you, needing to know was not of any concern because I was concerned about, the relationship as far as husband and wife. Because as you know, when a marriage begins to deteriorate, you mentally start leaving anyway. Like you leave mentally before you leave physically. So we wasn't even attached that much mentally, in my understanding. And if he was in his truth, which is hard to reach when you're wearing a mask. How are you in your How are you in your truth when you're wearing a mask? They don't coincide. But if he was in his truth, he would have realized the detachment, the emotional detachment that was going on. Right? It began with the physical detachment. Can I be honest? I said, can I be honest? And after the physical detachment came the emotional detachment. And to be precise, when I say physical, that could be associated with walking out. But I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to what a wife is to